Hey, a playa, do you ever find yourself becoming incredibly shy whenever you're around your crush or want to talk to them? What's that about? Well, don't worry. In this video, I'm going to walk you through how to get over that shyness so that whenever you're near your crush and you want to talk to them, you'll be able to do it.
This is the Just Beats, you're watching the Just Beat.
For those of you that are new here, my name is Josh, and every single week I make videos sharing tips, ideas, and stories teaching you how to be your best self. So if you want to learn and grow, hit the subscribe button and make sure to click on the notification bell. I think one of the main reasons why shyness might hold you back from talking to your crush is because you might not know exactly what to say. So that's the first thing I want you to start working on. Prepare what you're going to say to them ahead of time. Have a topic or an idea of something that you want to discuss before you walk into that conversation. A lot of times, people tell themselves, well, because I don't really know what to talk about, there's no reason for me to go up to them. But finding a topic is actually a lot easier than you think. Just think about where you are in relation to that person. Are you both in the same class? Do you both work at the same job? Do you go to the same church? Whatever your environment is, that's going to provide the conversation for you. Think about it like this. Let's say you're in the same class as that person and you want to talk to them, but you don't really know what to talk about. Well, talk about what's going on in the class. Talk about the teacher or the homework or the assignments or group projects or whatever it is that you guys have that shared experience over, because that's something that they're going to end up relating to. They're going to realize that if this person's talking to me about school to start the conversation, then that's something I can connect with, and that's going to help create the initial bond between the two of you. Now, one thing I try to emphasize a lot is having an actual conversation topic to segue into after that initial icebreaker. Sure, you may go talk to your crush about what's going on in school or how things are going outside of school, but you want to kind of shift the conversation into something a little bit more personal. That's what I break down in my 20 icebreaker conversation starters, but just to give you an example, here's something you could say. Let's say you're in college and you see your crush on campus a lot, but you're too nervous to go talk to them. Well, I would first approach them and talk about something school related. What's going on campus? What are good classes to take? Something that they can relate to, and then segue into a more fun conversation topic. You might want to say something like, hey, me and my friends were having a debate about what the best TV series is to binge watch on Netflix. What do you think it is? And that might spark a personal answer from your crush, getting that personal conversation going. But let's be real here. Chances are your crush is not walking around by themselves all the time. They're going to be surrounded by friends, and that might be actually adding to your shyness. The idea of approaching this big group of people and having all of them look at you and judge you, it's a scary thing to go through. However, they may actually end up working in your favor, because here's what I think you should do. Take the time to get to know your crush's friends. They could be your biggest allies in your pursuit of your crush and in getting over your shyness. Here's how. Let's say you take a little bit of time to just get to know your crush's friends better on an individual and personal level. Maybe some of them are in your class, maybe you see some of them in the hall, maybe they're mutual friends of other people that you know. Take the time to get to know them. Show them who you are deep down inside so that that message can translate and go back to your crush. The more they know about you and grow to like you, the easier it's going to be for your crush to turn around, hear what they have to say, and then form a way better opinion of you. Because far too often, if you're planning on walking into a group and only talking to your crush and expecting no one else surrounding them to watch and listen and pay attention to you, you're kind of setting yourself up for failure. People are going to be stopping and asking themselves, why is this person talking to that person? Why aren't they talking to any of us? This is weird, this is awkward, and you've just made it harder for yourself to get in with that group. And look, another factor that may be contributing to your shyness around your crush is the fact that you're so focused on having these long, in-depth, meaningful, and personal conversations with them. I think it's way better for you to aim for short, simple, and practical conversations whenever you can. You just may be overthinking it here. Every single conversation doesn't have to end with your crush falling deeply in love with you. You may just walk away from it feeling, wow, that person was easy to talk to, or wow, that person made me laugh, or wow, they're just a fun person. Taking the time to learn a little bit more about your crush every time you talk to them is going to allow you to build a bigger profile of who they are. Plus, it's going to allow them to open up more with you to the point where you could finally say, you know, you seem like a really fun and interesting person to talk to. Let's hang out sometime one-on-one and get to know each other better. And realistically, your crush is going to be way more open to actually hanging out with you once you've proven to them that you're okay with approaching them, having small conversations, and not forcing things to drag on longer than they need to make it awkward. At that point, they're eventually going to feel like, yeah, this is a person I can learn more about because I've shared little things with them along the way. Pro tip here, if you feel like the conversation is getting dry or awkward at any kind of moment, you could simply say, listen, I gotta head out, but it was a lot of fun talking to you. Like, I really enjoy connecting with you, so let's do this again sometime in the future. By establishing that ending with your crush, you're letting them know that you still want to talk to them, but you're not going to put either of you in an awkward situation. But something that I've heard from a lot of you that really causes that shyness whenever you're around your crush is the fact that you compare your social status to theirs. You may think you're a loser, or you're not cool, or you're just not someone worth talking to compared to them who's popular and fun and attractive and all the things that you feel like you're not. So here's my hot take on that. Yes, looks do matter. If a person's more attractive, that's going to factor in. If they're talented or play a sport or muscular or tall or any of these things, that is going to factor into whether or not your crush may potentially like you. But that's not all they're looking for. People tend to overrate those qualities and underrate the actual qualities that matter in forming a deeper connection with your crush. So let me walk you through what some of those actually are. Being able to make them laugh and feel comfortable enough to share things with you, showing them that you have hobbies and interests and you're goal focused and you have things you're aspiring to in life, and also accepting them the way that they are. Look, you have to remember, your crush also has insecurities and doubts and fears about themselves, just like you do. They really are no different from you at the end of the day. Because here's the truth, even though we put such a huge emphasis on popularity and looks, the fact is this: if your crush doesn't feel like they can form a deep personal connection with you where they can open up and be themselves, then eventually those surface level things are not going to matter. They're going to start to feel like, yeah, you're attractive, but you're not someone I can connect with, or you're not someone I can laugh with. And those are the real qualities that's going to allow you to form a deeper connection with your crush. Don't be distracted by the fact that they're super popular and have lots of friends. At the end of the day, if you can show them that you're confident in who you are, you bring your authentic self to the table, and that's what you bring forward whenever you talk to them, they're not going to kind of focus on the other things. They're going to realize that, wow, this is a person that really believes in themselves, and that's an attractive quality in and of itself. Because at the end of the day, the best way to get over your shyness around your crush is to start believing in yourself, to know that you already have what it takes to be somebody great. That shyness is rooted in the fear of uncertainty. You don't know how your crush is going to react or respond to you, but if you start to take the small steps that I mentioned in this video to start to just get your foot in the door, to get to know your crush a little bit better, to get them to see that piece and that element of you that isn't scared, that is confident and does believe in themselves, that's going to drastically increase your chances of actually getting with them. I'm curious though, what do you think? What's the main driving factor behind your shyness around your crush? Are you afraid of getting rejected by them? Are you afraid of getting laughed at? Are you afraid of freezing up and not knowing what to say? Leave your comments down below and let me know. Now, shyness is something I've definitely covered a ton of times in my previous videos, so I've put together a playlist to help you work through it. Check out the link to it right over there on the side, and right underneath I'm going to link my 20 icebreaker conversation starters. These are different conversation topics you could bring up whenever you're talking to your crush, whenever you run out of things to say. I think it's a helpful free guide that's definitely worth checking out. On that note guys, I'll catch you next time. As always, love and peace.